He is known for his role as an influential leader in the Indian movement for independence from British colonial rule. He is recognized for his spiritual reform, introducing his visions on human progress and spiritual evolution. Sri Aurobindo was an Indian philosopher and nationalist. In the bustling city of Kolkata, a young man named Sri Aurobindo emerged as a prominent figure in the Indian nationalist movement. With a fierce passion for his country's independence, he fearlessly fought against British colonial rule. However, destiny had a different path in store for him. After facing false accusations and imprisonment, Sri Aurobindo found himself on a new journey, one that would lead him to the town of Pondicherry. It was there that he began to delve into the depths of spirituality, developing a practice he called integral yoga. This transformative practice aimed not only for personal liberation but also for the evolution of human life into a divine existence. Surrounded by a small group of followers, Sri Aurobindo established the Sri Aurobindo Ashram, a spiritual community where seekers from all walks of life could come together to explore the depths of their own consciousness. His teachings emphasized the interconnectedness of the physical, mental, and spiritual realms, and he believed that by integrating these aspects, one could experience a divine life on earth. Sri Aurobindo's vision captivated the hearts and minds of those who encountered his teachings. With his collaborator Mira Alfassa, he embarked on a journey towards spiritual realization and transformation. Together, they laid the foundation for a new way of life, where the boundaries between the mundane and the sacred were blurred, and the ultimate goal was the union of humanity with the divine. Today, the legacy of Sri Aurobindo lives on, inspiring generations to embrace the inherent divinity within themselves and strive for a higher state of consciousness. Through his writings, such as The Life Divine and Synthesis of Yoga, Sri Aurobindo continues to guide seekers on the path towards a divine life in a divine body. Sri Aurobindo, a renowned philosopher and spiritual visionary, introduced a philosophy that offers profound insights into the nature of divinity and its manifestation in our world. He believed that divine Brahman manifests as empirical reality through Lila, or divine play. Unlike those who argue that the world we experience is an illusion, Aurobindo posited that the world has the potential to evolve into a new world with new species, surpassing even the human species as it evolved from the animal kingdom. In his teachings, Aurobindo emphasized that the goal of spiritual practice should not only be liberation from the world into a state of samadhi, but also the descent of the divine into the world to transform it into a divine existence. This concept of integral yoga, as he called it, was central to his philosophy. He believed that the purpose of this descent was to redeem the world from its state of inconscience and ignorance. Aurobindo's understanding of the evolution of consciousness differed from Darwinism. While Darwinism explains the phenomenon of the evolution of matter into life, Aurobindo saw life already present in matter, as all of existence is a manifestation of Brahman. He believed that nature has evolved life out of matter and the mind out of life. According to him, the entire existence is striving to manifest to the level of the supermind, and he saw evolution as having a purpose beyond mere chance. Sri Aurobindo acknowledged that comprehending the nature of reality and divinity is a challenging task, one that may not yield immediate tangible results. However, he believed that this understanding is essential for our spiritual growth and the transformation of the world. His teachings provide us with a framework to explore the depths of our existence and embrace the potential for divine manifestation in our daily lives. At the heart of Sri Aurobindo's philosophy lies the concept of the supermind, a profound and transformative force that bridges the gap between the unmanifested Brahman and the manifested world. Sri Aurobindo believed that the supermind is not something foreign to us but is always present within the mind, waiting to be realized. He saw the supermind as the ultimate truth consciousness of the divine nature, a state where division and ignorance have no place, and where light and knowledge reign supreme. In his exploration of the supermind, Sri Aurobindo drew inspiration from the ancient Vedas, believing that the power of the supermind can be found within these sacred texts. He saw the Vedic gods as representations of the various powers of the supermind. Sri Aurobindo emphasized that the supermind is not an invention of his own, but rather a universal truth that has been recognized and revered throughout history. According to Sri Aurobindo, the supermind acts as a bridge between the transcendent Sachidananda and the lower manifestation of the world. It is through the supramental transformation brought about by the descent of the supermind that the mind, life, and body can be spiritually uplifted. Sri Aurobindo believed that this transformation would lead to the creation of a supramental race, where humanity would be elevated to a higher state of consciousness and unity. The concept of the supermind holds great significance in our daily lives. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy encourages us to recognize the potential within ourselves to access the supermind and transcend the limitations of division and ignorance. By tapping into the full truth consciousness of the divine nature, we can attain a state of profound light and knowledge that surpasses the limitations of our mental faculties. In his writings, talks, and letters, Sri Aurobindo discussed the affinity between his own philosophy and various European philosophers. While he admired the intuitive approach of thinkers like Plato, Plotinus, Nietzsche, and Bergson, he felt little attraction to the philosophies of Kant and Hegel. However, several scholars have discovered significant similarities between the thought of Sri Aurobindo and Hegel. Steve Odin, in a comparative study, explores the connection between Sri Aurobindo and Hegel. Odin notes that Sri Aurobindo has appropriated Hegel's notion of an absolute spirit and used it to radically restructure the ancient Hindu Vedanta system in contemporary terms. Both philosophers envision world creation as the progressive self-manifestation and evolutionary ascent of a universal consciousness towards self-realization. However, Sri Aurobindo diverges from Hegel's deterministic and continuous dialectical unfolding of absolute reason. Instead, he argues for a creative and emergent mode of evolution. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy overcomes the ahistorical world vision of traditional Hinduism, presenting a concept that allows for genuine advancement and novelty. Sri Aurobindo's vision of evolution resonates with the evolutionary thought of Teilhard de Chardin, even though they were not acquainted with each other's work. After reading some chapters of Sri Aurobindo's book, The Life Divine, Teilhard de Chardin remarked that their visions of evolution were essentially the same, albeit expressed for different readerships. The affinity between Sri Aurobindo's philosophy and Western thinkers highlights the universal nature of his ideas. By incorporating elements from philosophers like Hegel, Sri Aurobindo expands the understanding of spirituality and evolution. His philosophy offers a path towards self-realization and allows for creative growth in a changing world. Sri Aurobindo, a renowned philosopher and spiritual visionary, found profound inspiration and guidance in the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. He once stated, "My philosophy was formed first by the study of the Upanishads and the Gita. They were the basis of my first practice of yoga." These ancient texts provided him with the foundation for his spiritual journey and the development of his philosophy. According to Sri Aurobindo, the Upanishads have been a source of profound philosophies and religions throughout history. He believed that their ideas could be found in the thought of Pythagoras, Plato, Neoplatonism, and Gnosticism. In fact, he saw the larger part of German metaphysics as an intellectual development of the spiritual truths found in these ancient teachings. When asked if Plato got his ideas from Indian books, Sri Aurobindo suggested that while some influence may have come through Pythagoras, he believed that most of Plato's ideas originated from intuition. Sri Aurobindo's connection to the Indian tradition is evident in his writings. He included numerous quotations from the Rig Veda, the Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita at the beginning of chapters in his book, The Life Divine. This demonstrated the deep connection between his own thoughts and the ancient wisdom of the Vedas and Vedanta. One of the most significant writings for Sri Aurobindo was the Isha Upanishad. He wrote several incomplete commentaries on this text before publishing his final translation and analysis. In it, he highlighted the concept that the Absolute, or Brahman, is both stable and moving. He emphasized the need to perceive the eternal and immutable spirit in all the changing manifestations of the universe and relativity. It is believed that the seed of thought found in this Upanishad later grew into his seminal work, The Life Divine. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy, rooted in the teachings of the Upanishads, offers profound insights into spirituality and the nature of existence. His exploration of these ancient texts not only shaped his own spiritual journey but also provides a valuable framework for individuals seeking to find meaning and navigate daily life in a complex world. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy is a remarkable synthesis that brings together the wisdom of both Indian and Western traditions. Influenced by the great Western philosophers of his time, Sri Aurobindo's understanding of their ideas is evident in his works. However, he goes beyond mere adoption and creates his own unique system that integrates the social, political, and scientific advancements of the modern West with the profound spiritual insights of Hinduism. Critics have pointed out Sri Aurobindo's critical stance towards Shankara, the renowned Indian philosopher. Sri Aurobindo believed that Shankara's Vedanta philosophy, which views the world as unreal and illusory, was a world-negating philosophy. This may have been influenced by Sri Aurobindo's desire to synthesize Hindu and Western thought, likening Shankara's Mayaveda to George Berkeley's subjective idealism. However, Sri Aurobindo's critique of Shankara finds support in the writings of U.C. Dubé. According to Dubé, Sri Aurobindo presents an integral view of reality where the absolute and its creative force are not opposed but actually one. He emphasizes Sri Aurobindo's concept of the supermind, which acts as a mediator between the absolute and the finite world. This concept, as S.K. Mitra states, forms the core of Sri Aurobindo's philosophy. Dubé goes on to compare Sri Aurobindo's approach to that of the Shankarites. He argues that the Shankarites rely on an inadequate kind of logic that fails to address the challenge of understanding the absolute, which is beyond the reach of finite reason. In contrast, Sri Aurobindo's integral Advaitism reconciles seemingly different aspects of existence in an all-encompassing unity of the absolute. He believes that Sri Aurobindo's integralism is rooted in the logic of the infinite, a higher reason that transcends finite understanding. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy offers us a profound framework for understanding the nature of reality and our place within it. By integrating the wisdom of both Eastern and Western traditions, he provides a holistic perspective that embraces the advancements of modern society while acknowledging the timeless spiritual insights of ancient wisdom. His philosophy encourages us to seek a deeper understanding of the world and ourselves, moving beyond the limitations of finite reasoning and embracing the logic of the infinite.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.